There is a prediction that there will come a time when Buddha's teachings will flourish throughout the world. With the emergence of modern Kadampa Buddhism, this time is right here and now. This historical expansion reflects the universal compassion that lies at the heart of Buddhism. Buddha's teachings are concerned with the happiness and freedom of all living beings. They are relevant to everyone, regardless of their nationality, situation, gender, age, class, or culture. Modern Kadampa Buddhism emphasizes the practical application of Buddha's teachings to modern daily life. At a time when the world is facing seemingly insurmountable problems, and people are increasingly overwhelmed and insecure, modern Kadampa Buddhism offers actual solutions to human problems, providing people throughout the world with a profound and attainable vision of happiness and world peace. How did this extraordinary development come about? Venerable Geshe Kelsang Gyatso Rinpoche is now a world-renowned Buddhist meditation master and scholar. But 40 years ago, this then little-known Buddhist monk, living quietly in retreat in India, accepted an invitation to come to the West to teach Buddhism. It was an appointment that was to herald the dawn of modern Kadampa Buddhism in this world.
Venerable Geshe arrived in the West not as a celebrity lama, but as a humble, unassuming monk, and we came to understand that beneath this gentle, pacific exterior was an immensely dynamic, powerful being with a huge vision and the power to realize that vision. A power that came not despite his gentle nature, but because of it.
Arriving at Manjushri Kadampa Meditation Center, Venerable Geshe La, as he became affectionately known, always showed great respect for the views of others, which enabled him to gain insight into the needs of people in our contemporary society. Combining this insight with his own profound personal experience of Buddha's teachings, Geshe La gradually introduced, step by step, all the practices of Kadampa Buddhism, from simple, practical methods to finding happiness in our daily life, to sublime meditations that lead to the attainment of enlightenment. And he did so in a unique way, entirely suited to people of the modern world.
Well, when Geshe came to the West, he understood that our modern way of life is quite different from the traditional way of life of Buddhists in ancient times. Modern people want a direct connection with meditation in the places where they live, in the places where they work. And so to that end, he established many study programs, qualified teachers, Dharma centers and temples, also more recently city commercial space meditation centers across the world. And this has established the basic spiritual and material foundations for Kadampa Buddhism. And then later he developed an organizational structure of financial, legal and professional methods of running Dharma centers and temples in a very ethical way for the benefit of the general public, which means that in the future it can continue to flourish and remain pure for many generations to come.
At the heart of this development are the three core study programs: the General Program, Foundation Program, and Teacher Training Program. Geshe-la established these programs so that his vision of Kadampa Buddhism improving the lives of people worldwide might be realized. As a result, there are now thousands of students engaged in practical and structured study of Buddha's teachings.
We should know that Buddha's teaching is the actual method to solve human problem and to accomplish the real meaning of human life. You can understand this through carefully listening to Namrim teachings. Please keep this knowledge in your heart. I came here to say this.
The study and practice of Buddha's teachings, Dharma, depends on Dharma books. Understanding this, as soon as possible, Venerable Geshe-la began composing Dharma books. His first book, Meaningful to Behold, was published in English in 1980. Subsequently, Tapa Publications was established, and year by year, book by book, Venerable Geshe-la gradually produced an extraordinary body of work, comprising 23 books, that clearly guide students along a complete path to enlightenment. In an age of so much misinformation and confusion, these extraordinary books, profound, clear, and accessible, are a precious gift to the world, opening the door to enlightenment for everyone.
It's clear that Geshe-la takes particular care to express precisely the meaning that he wants. Sometimes he just changes a word or adds another sentence or takes out a word and so on. So it's clear that he really wants to present precisely the meaning of the Dharma, because of course we're encouraged to contemplate and meditate on the meaning of that. And so if the meaning is inaccurate, then of course we're not going to develop the realizations and be able to carry the Dharma on to future generations.
Originally in English, the books have now been translated into 13 languages. There are now Tapa Publications in 20 countries distributing books so that more and more people worldwide have access to an authentic spiritual path in their own language.
I think everyone knows about the Heart Sutra and how it was delivered. Basically, Buddha was on Masvulcha's mountain together with his disciples, amongst which they are Shariputra and Avalokiteshvara. Buddha was in meditation, and without saying a word, he blessed the minds of Shariputra and Avalokiteshvara. In this way, the whole Heart Sutra was delivered, and the words of the Heart Sutra was actually considered as the actual word of Buddha. So in the modern time, Venerable Geshe Khalsang Gyatso Rinpoche blessed or gave blessing to Genla Khenrab and Genla Dekyon, and then in the coming months, during the Fall Festival, we will hear Geshe-la's words through the speech of Genla Khenrab and Genla Dekyon. For me, this is a very special occasion because it is a demonstration how modern day teachers, through receiving blessings of our Guru, Venerable Geshe-la, can give actual direct oral transmission of Holy Dharma.
Venerable Geshe-la's wish is to bring Dharma to the people so that they can access it easily from their homes and places of work. For this reason, Geshe-la began to establish Dharma centers. The first center, Majjhimaka Center, was established in 1979. There are now 1,100 centers and branches in 45 countries. The Internationale Tempelprojekt was established in 1991 with the opening of the first traditional temple by Venerable Geshe-la at Manjushri KMC.
When Venerable Geshe-la cut the ribbon here 20 years ago, he stood here and with his hand he gestured, "Everybody welcome," and we poured into this temple behind him. And the future of modern Buddhism flourishing in this world, I think, was symbolized by this extraordinarily meaningful action. It is impossible to stand here and not think of Venerable Geshe-la's kindness, how in his heart he sees a world filled with such temples. Today is such a wonderful day. Through Venerable Geshe-la's great kindness, we are given the opportunity to open the door to the Kadampa World Peace Temple, Grand Canyon. Everybody, welcome.
Under the guidance of Venerable Geshe-la, the Kadampa Art Studio was established at Manjushri KMC. Through the work of the studio's skillful artists, every centre can have qualified and beautiful Buddha statues that delight and inspire the students and visitors to the centre.
Through the great kindness, this Lama, even ordinary monk myself, have the great opportunity to spread Kadampa and Heruka body mental practice and Yogini practice to the people of other countries. Not Tibetan. No? My opportunity is to spreading Kadampa, content instructions of content oral lineage, and Heruka and Yogini practice to the people of other countries, such as Europe, people Europe, America, Asia. And not only myself, my students also further spreading. This is my unusual karma, my good fortune.
If people are to gain the deep realizations of Dharma that they wish for, it is necessary for them to be able to do short and sometimes longer retreats. To fulfill this aim, Venerable Geshe-la established the International Retreat Centres. This began with a small retreat centre in Scotland, where Geshe-la engaged in a 3-year retreat. He named the retreat centre Tarpaland.
There are different types of retreat offered at Kadampa centres and international retreat centres. They offer retreats suitable for all levels of practitioners, such as guided retreats, solitary retreats, short retreats, long retreats. What people can gain from these retreats is to have the focus and the space to deepen their understanding of Buddha's teachings and make them practical, so they can take them back into their lives and gain actual stable realizations.
In 1992, the first summer festival took place at Manjushri KMC with just 300 people. Now every year, an extensive program of festivals and Dharma celebrations in modern Buddhism is offered worldwide, bringing together the Kadampa family and offering a glimpse of a peaceful society free from discrimination, a society of peace and harmony, a society that actually works.
The NKT International Festivals are the special method to maintain the International Kadampa Buddhist Union from generation to generation. We should know that this union is very important. With this union, we can fulfill our own and others' wishes easily. So please keep my message in your heart. With much love and prayers, Geshe Kelsang Gyatso.
Buddha Shakyamuni established a tradition of ordained monks and nuns as one of the foundations of Dharma in this world. Continuing this lineage of ordination, Venerable Geshe-la has ordained thousands of people so that there is now a global community of ordained Sangha. To show how the practice of ordination can be relevant to today's world, Venerable Geshe-la has given guidelines on how monks and nuns can live beneficially in modern society.
The Bonga had direct vision of Heruka. Sometimes in dream, normally even that any time he had direct vision of Heruka. One day Heruka told him, for 7 generations, the practitioners of your institution of the Heruka Bodhi Mandala and Bhaja Yogini will have special good fortune to accomplish easily the realizations of highest Vikatana. He predicted it. Who are these practitioners? We are. Otherwise, who? Nothing. We are. So you should know how fortunate we are.
Through Geshe-la's pure example, modern people, both lay and ordained, have been inspired with the confidence and faith to gain the necessary qualities to become pure and qualified teachers of Sutra and Tantra themselves. It is Venerable Geshe-la's clear belief that the people of these times can develop pure compassion and wisdom, make authentic spiritual progress, liberate themselves from suffering, and eventually achieve full enlightenment. Fueled by this faith and compassion, Venerable Geshe-la has worked tirelessly, teaching us, guiding us, and establishing all the necessary conditions for pure Dharma to continue in our world. The kindness and qualities of this extraordinary spiritual guide cannot be expressed. Through his meaningful life, he is bringing the possibility of enlightenment to us all.